Right now, the Bitcoin price action is creating a very similar pattern like the previous times before. And in this exact video, I will be talking about this pattern. I will be talking about the likelihood on which direction we're breaking towards. But more importantly, on today's update video, I will be going over the most important charts in crypto. Because currently, there's also a new signal flashing here in the market that I need to discuss with everyone out there on the channel right now. And much more important things and charts will be getting discussed on today's update video, so don't forget to slap up that like button. Can we once again smash a back above 300 likes? That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the imminent short term. And once looking at the imminent short term for Bitcoin, we can see that we're currently starting to see, of course, the market going a little bit more parabolic. We're seeing more and more exponential lows and more exponential highs getting created. And basically what we're currently looking at is somewhat of an exponential rally in the Bitcoin price action on the 1 hour time frame, right? So we're going faster towards the upside. The highs are getting more exponential, the lows are getting more exponential, and of course the point where this will end is basically once we're seeing a slowdown in the highs and a slowdown in the higher lows as well. So right now this is definitely a signal of a slowdown unless we're going to see another significant move towards the upside. But usually after a slowdown of a parabolic rally, we tend to see some more sideways price action for Bitcoin or even some relief towards the downside. So yeah, on the imminent short term, not necessarily looking so bullish on Bitcoin. We can see that, yeah, we start to see, of course, this big RSI spike towards the upside. Right now we came down a little bit here. RSI also cooled off significantly, so we do have some more room to grow towards the upside again. However, from the imminent short term, I think it's very hard to say which direction we're heading towards. We are clearly still in an uptrend, so I remain bullish on the 1 hour time frame, and I personally will still keep on looking towards these higher lows here. On that 4 hourly time frame, if I'm looking at Bitcoin, what I really think is important to look at is that 17,000 US dollar barrier, because on the 17,000 US dollars, you can see that previously around a lot of resistance was found, a lot of support, a lot of resistance right here, also resistance right here. And if we really have a retest of this level, it is only more than likely to expect that we're going to see somewhat of a bounce here. So really what I want to be seeing here is that Bitcoin comes down to 17k, and then it will potentially open up a scalp position on Bitcoin on $17,000 to go long on Bitcoin. And so I'm still waiting for that. If we do not touch it, I'm not going to open up a new scalp trade. So yeah, for me, I'm still waiting to see that potential retest happening over there. Also on the 4 hourly time frame, we can finally see that the EMA ribbon is also flipping green again, and we are going to find some support somewhere around 16.8k to 17k, what also comes in towards that 17k target, where I would like to be, of course, open up a potential trade on. So I'm only going to open it if we do have that retest within 48 hours. If we do not have that, I'm not going to be opening up my new position. Looking then at the 12-hour EMA ribbon, we can currently see that the 12-hour EMA ribbon crossed bullish, and historically speaking, here it was not such a significant rally because after the bullish cross here, we rallied only at 3.5% in the coming 24 hours. But historically speaking, once the EMA ribbon crossed bullish, it tends to see more upside in the coming days ahead of ourselves. So here we had 10 days and we moved up 7%. Here also we had this cross and we moved up an approximately, what is it, 14% in the coming 26 days, and so go onwards. We have many more other interesting moves after the 12-hour EMA ribbon flips bullish. So this is definitely a good thing to see here, and hopefully the 12-hour EMA ribbon could also provide a significant amount of support for Bitcoin. Then looking at this very important chart I talked about in the intro, the Bitcoin parallel channel. So currently we can see that we're creating another parallel channel, and you can argue or you can call this that we're currently creating a bear flag. And yes, indeed, we are in fact creating a bear flag on the Bitcoin daily time frame. And like you can see, we've been creating many bear flags before, and like you can see, every single time we've been creating such kind of a bear flag, we moved towards the downside. So what is going to be very interesting and important to see here is history yet again going to repeat itself for Bitcoin? Because we saw here in the beginning of 2022, we moved down of the bear flag of Bitcoin and we broke down. Then we had the Luna collapse, then we had that reaccumulation, and then we had, of course, another crash towards the downside, and then we were consolidating around the 20,000 US dollar region. We had another bear flag, we moved towards the downside, and of course, in the end of the day, we also have the FTX collapse, what also yet again broke down this bear flag. And right now we are on this 15 to 17,000 US dollars consolidation range, and we're creating another bear flag for Bitcoin. So will this one break down? Of course, the criteria is going to be here. If we break, of course, below the upward sloping support line, we're officially breaking down, and then we're expecting that we're going to see and make a further continuation towards the downside. And as long as we're not seeing that, I'm not going to be looking for a breakdown, of course, because otherwise it will be stupid. You're going to look for the confirmations to determine whether we're breaking down or whether we're breaking bullish. Of course, it already happened 4 times in a row here. Personally, I really think that this time around, this bear flag right here, it is going to be different. 4 times in a row we broke down. Is going to be happening a 5th time? That will be too easy to trade for the majority of the people. And like you know, Bitcoin tends to do things that is not likely. If everyone expects it's going to be breaking down again, what the majority of people expect on Twitter, what the majority of people expect on YouTube as well, it usually doesn't tend to happen. So that is why I currently have got a bullish bias. However, I'm still remaining cautious. If we break down, I'm going to go in with a short. And if we break towards the upside, I'm going to add more margin towards my long trade position, because currently I'm still long on Bitcoin with an approximately $114,000, like you can see currently on the left side of your screen here. I'm long with 1.7x leverage here, and currently, yeah, I am ready to deploy more margin if we either break towards the downside, and of course, if we break towards the downside, I'm also going to counter trade myself with a shorting position, and I'm going to add more margin around $13,000 to $14,000, because that is personally for me the ultimate bottom target. And the reason why I'm saying so is because if I look at the Fibonacci on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, you can see if I set one up from the swing high to the swing low here, you can see that the golden pocket on this Fibonacci is coming in somewhere around 13.4k towards 13.9k, what means that most likely if Bitcoin is going to bottom, if it hasn't bottomed already, it's going to be around that golden pocket Fibonacci entry somewhere around 13.4k to $14,000, and that is why we'll add more margin towards my trades around that level, and also why if we break down, that is going to be the range where I will close all my trades on Bitcoin. However, if we do break towards the upside, I'm also going to add more margin, because then I personally think the bottom is already in for Bitcoin. So I can trade this both directions. I'm currently already long on Bitcoin with $114,000, and I'm looking to scale this up to even a $500,000 trade potentially. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are interested in seeing me swing trade Bitcoin from off this bear market low, because yes, I'm going to stick with you guys out there through the bear market, but also through the bull market. So make sure to slap up that like button if you do enjoy that, because I'm trying to be as transparent to everyone out there in the channel so you can see exactly what I'm doing with my trades here. If you are interested in trading, you could do so on Bybit or BitGet. BitGet allows you to trade from off the US, and Bybit allows you to trade from anywhere else in the world. So check it out in the link in the description, and you can also claim additional deposit bonuses. Then looking at this very interesting chart, I really want to be pointing this out here, because currently, yeah, we are moving up here. We're on 17.2k. We moved up a few $100s, but really the level where I'm looking at is this orange line right here, the 300 weekly moving average. If we do meet this level, I personally think there's going to be a lot of resistance. Of course, like you can see, last time around on 18.3k, we got rejected by this level. And I yet again think it is likely to see that Bitcoin is going to provide somewhat of a resistance around this level. So this is going to be an important level for me to look at. If we do break above this level, we also will confirm the break above this region, what you can see in the daily time frame, what is somewhere around $18,000 to $19,000. What is of course the previous base price for Bitcoin, but was providing of course a lot of support that could be providing a lot of resistance right now, right? So if we do break above the $19,000 with a confirmed weekly and daily candle close, we are definitely going to see more continuations towards the upside. But really, if I want to say the next Bitcoin bull run is back, what is the level that we need to break? And I will exactly tell you that right now here. The level that I think we need to break if I want to be calling the next Bitcoin bull run, or at least the end stage that the bear market officially is over, is just a break above $25,000. $25,000 was of course the low of the Luna crash. You can see it got us rejected right here. And if we manage to be breaking above this level, have a successful retest, then I can successfully call the bear market bottom is in, and also that we are starting the next run up for Bitcoin, because the $25,000 is definitely going to be an important level for Bitcoin, because yeah, you can see the majority of the resistance that it provided and also the big support that it provided in the past. So there's a lot of trapped liquidity around there. So I personally do really think at $25,000 is an extremely important level for the Bitcoin price action. And if we move above that region, then I will definitely scale up my trades even more. I get more confident, etc., etc. So that is also definitely a level that I will be looking at here. Of course, that $90,000, just like I told you, is an important level for the imminent short term. But if we break above $25,000, that is really the point where I will flip mega bullish. Of course, still in the weekly time frame, We're creating a legendary uptrend. We are bouncing from this level for such a long period of time, and I just can't stop talking about this level because I talked about this level even before we touched it, somewhere around $18,000 to $19,000, and no one was paying attention towards this level. I've talked about this level ever since we touched it on the first week here, and right now we are bouncing from it. So this is, in my opinion, a very important level to look at. I longed Bitcoin exactly on the legendary support line because I'm very confident that we're going to hold on towards it. If we do not hold on towards it, I'm going to be looking at that golden pocket Fibonacci level here. And the last chart I want to discuss here is basically the Bitcoin logarithmic recession trend here. And historically speaking, Bitcoin tops tend to grow and the bottoms tend to grow here. The bottoms tends to become more exponential, and the highs as well here, because like you can see, the last bottom was somewhere around $3,000, and currently we're sitting somewhere around $15,000. And let's say the bottom is around 14 or 13k, we still grew with an approximately 400 to 500% from of the previous bottom cycle, and that is definitely a significant growth in terms of the Bitcoin price. Looking at the top, previous top $18,000, this top $69,000. So that's also significant growth here. And what is very interesting, if I zoom in here, the previous bottom occurred on this green trend right here, right? On this green trend. And then in the middle, we had the blue line. And that is where the Bitcoin previous bear market bottomed. Look about where we're currently trading at that exact blue line. And look where the exact bottom was for Bitcoin. That was over here on the exact blue line. Isn't that very interesting? I personally think it is quite interesting to see right now here. Also look at historic signals. The previous bear market in 2012 occurred. The bear market low occurred on that green range in the logarithmic recession trend here. Also right here in 2015, 2016, the bear market occurred on that green range, and we even dipped below it. So that could happen yet again here. Only I don't really think it's likely. And what really is likely is that we are going to be bottoming somewhere around this green range. So I expect that currently we are at good buying zones for Bitcoin. Also in 2019, we created the bottom end in that green range here. And of course, in the pandemic crash, we entered the green range and we exactly touched that lower side right here. And we created a bottom, and currently we are in the same stage here. So make sure that you are going to be paying attention towards the market right now, because man, oh man, the opportunities are so big. Of course, there is more downside for Bitcoin. We could move down towards that $13,000 to $14,000 target. But just like me, I'm swing trading Bitcoin with only 1.7x leverage. My liquidation is around $10,000. And if we move down to $14,000, I'm just going to double down my margin. So make sure that you have your own strategy, how you could benefit from the market right now maximally. And that is at least what I'm doing. I'm trying to get a swing trade in here. And with the swing trade, I could make tons and tons of money in the next bull run. Because if Bitcoin goes up towards 100k, I could make more than $500,000 just from this small swing trade. So yeah, there are a lot of opportunities. This is a low risk trade with very high potential returns, and I'm going to show you everything I'm going to do in the next bull run. I'm going to show you everything I'm doing right now in the bear market. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Can we hit that 100k subscribers in 2023? That will be absolutely amazing. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.